News from Beacon Hill. It's official. State lawmakers are giving themselves a pay raise. The Senate tonight joined the House in voting to override the governor's veto. It was an expected move, but it's the first time this has happened in decades. WBZ's John Keller with breaking news tonight. John?
Yeah, Paula, it is really, it has been a long time since they passed themselves a pay raise up on Beacon Hill. In fact, some of the reps weren't even born when it happened before. It's been a political hot potato for years. But all of a sudden, it appears someone has turned down the heat. Hey, representatives, how are you? You going to do the right thing? Always. Always? That's a bit generous. But while voting to raise their own pay hasn't often been a politically wise move, this time the majority felt free to proceed, despite repeated criticism from the governor following last week's veto.
I'm not going to take the pay raise, the lieutenant governor's not going to take the pay raise, and I'm not going to take the stipend because there's still a lot of people in Massachusetts who are struggling and hurting, and I think it's important that we sort of stand by them.
Baker's warning was ignored in part because the case against the raises was so splintered. Some critics echoed Baker's dismay over the legislators' priorities.
Public service is not about private enrichment, and that's what this is becoming.
While this Democrat criticized it as bad for internal process and morale.
I have serious concerns that this bill will make the House more unequal, more hierarchical, and less representative.
None of it made a dent in a final vote that was unchanged from last week. And while pay hike opponents claimed the public was outraged, that anger apparently didn't penetrate this chamber.
I was hoping that a few people might flip, but that did not happen.
The Senate's vote tonight means not a single member of the legislature changed their vote since last week's first round of voting, a sign that whatever public outcry there was failed to have much impact. But that doesn't mean the political stigma of pay raises is completely gone. Tonight, Attorney General Maura Healey and Treasurer Deb Goldberg both joined the governor and lieutenant governor in refusing to accept those pay hikes. Liam?
John Keller, thank you very much.